Welcome to the online LifeRing Convener training modules. We are extremely happy to have you become part of our program. The following 5 modules are adapted from the LifeRing Convener's Handbook, which is made available to all LifeRing conveners during their training process. The first module looks at LifeRing's philosophy and its history. Module 2 looks at convener policies and what it means to be a LifeRing convener. Module 3 looks at the process of starting up your first LifeRing meeting. Module 4 looks at what could happen during your first meeting. And Module 5 looks at managing your meetings and growing with the LifeRing organization going forward. Module 1, LifeRing's history and philosophy. LifeRing was founded in 2001 in Florida. The first meetings in Canada were established in 2003 in Guelph, Ontario, and in 2005 in Vancouver, British Columbia. LifeRing Secular Recovery Canada was established as an autonomous associate of LifeRing in 2008 in Victoria, BC. We are a growing Canadian charitable nonprofit with a great cause. With its base of operations in Vancouver, BC, LifeRing's goal is to bring our meetings to every major city across Canada. Everyone's journey to recovery is different. There is no one-size-fits-all for other psychologically based issues, so why treat problematic substance use disorders like the exception? We work on the principle that different people need different approaches. Choice matters. With this idea in mind, our board of directors, in consultation with our members, have designed supportive recovery groups run by trained volunteers that we call conveners, who are in recovery to help those living with problematic substance use disorders to see the multitude of options available to them. We have a strong community support community and a small army of dedicated volunteers who all understand the importance of the work we do and are committed to growing and spreading LifeRing's message. Since many of our volunteers have been personally impacted by problematic substance use disorders in the past, they understand the problems created, as well as common setbacks in recovery. LifeRing in Canada is grateful for the generous support from private agencies, as well as educational institutions that donate time, money, and research material to keep us up to date on the latest recovery information so that we can pass it along to our members and volunteers. LifeRing in Canada continues to be part of the worldwide LifeRing network of support groups based in Oakland, California. We are active participants in the governance of the larger organization. LifeRing's purpose is to provide community-based mutual self-help support groups for women and men who self-identify with problematic substance use. LifeRing's mission statement is to support people in all stages of recovery, emphasizing personal responsibility, individualized recovery plans, self-empowerment, peer support, and a philosophy that is research-informed. In addition, LifeRing builds relationships with healthcare professionals, educators, and community partners. LifeRing's vision is to provide meetings in every community across Canada and continue to create a broad awareness surrounding choice in recovery. Choice. Seeking supports for problematic substance use and addictions is complex and requires a multifaceted approach. A key component of someone successfully recovering can be engaging in peer-based self-help support groups. Not all peer support groups are created equal, and a one-size-fits-all approach fails to meet the needs of all who seek out such supports. Research-informed. Knowledge is key. We partner with academic institutions, such as the University of Victoria, to better our organization. Volunteering. We provide an environment for those in recovery with which to grow as individuals. Part of that environment is giving back and volunteering to help others. Training. All meeting facilitators are trained using the LifeRing Canada Convener Training Program. Accountability. We listen to our members and attendees and are responsive to their input and their needs. Financial sustainability. All organizational activities and initiatives are supported by sound financial planning and meet all government guidelines and requirements for a nonprofit organization. Collaboration. We create strategic partnerships with supported and qualified individuals, as well as organizations that optimize shared goals. One size does not fit all. In LifeRing, we believe that recovery is an individual decision, and therefore should be as unique and adaptive as that person. We know the person who knows you best is you. You are the author of your life. What works for one person may not work for another. So we encourage people to draw inspiration for their personal recovery plans from their peers and perhaps those that they have read or heard about. The research is clear. No single treatment is appropriate for everyone. Treatment varies depending on the type of drug and the characteristics of the patients. Matching treatment settings, interventions, and services to an individual's particular problems and needs is critical to their ultimate success in returning to productive functioning in the family, the workplace, and in broader society. Individualized recovery. Problematic substance use is a deeply complex, personal, and unique experience for each person. Recovery is equally varied, with many assorted issues and obstacles for different people. For each person, the journey to recovery is changed and challenged by life circumstances, financial burdens, family crises, personal beliefs, and other things that help or hinder. Regardless, the most vital thing to keep in mind is that you are the expert within your own life and within your recovery. Some things will work, some things won't. No matter what, you will learn to tell the difference and you will grow. Personal responsibility. Taking or asking someone to take personal responsibility is a big deal. It can feel really scary when you first start. Addiction makes people feel helpless, totally out of control of their lives and bodies. The idea that in that state we ask people to take responsibility for themselves can feel like too much. But it is our job to show them that not only is it not too much, but it will lead to almost instantly feeling better about themselves and their situation. Taking personal responsibility is saying, enough. I have control of me. It is the first step in taking back your life from addiction and now being in control. We want everyone to feel like they have the ability and the power to choose how they are going to live, and that a big part of choosing is feeling like you are the one making that choice. Personal responsibility is getting back your personal power, and everyone has a powerful person inside of themselves, just like everyone has their own sober self just waiting to come out. Secularity. Religious preferences are a private matter, which is why LifeRing focuses on inner strength, personal responsibility, self-determination, and research-informed recovery methods. All meetings, publications, and peer support activities are non-religious. We believe that focusing inwards to the person rather than outwards to some other source will lead to a lasting, confident recovery, and those who come to our meetings agree. Theology and prayer may be part of a person's personal success, and we don't want to discourage something that helps someone discover their sober self. Spirituality is a word that can be very confusing for a lot of people. Some people attach religion, and others attach meaning and purpose to it. We never dissuade people from their beliefs. Just because we don't discuss religion at meetings doesn't mean that LifeRing doesn't hold beliefs. We all hold the shared belief that dedication and personal effort will lead to a happier and healthier you. We value the sober self in each of us, no matter the struggle it takes to help that inner self you win. LifeRing is there to help and support you with our belief that you can and will win. Some people come to a LifeRing meeting that have no idea we are a secular organization. Some people will talk about religion and prayer, and this can make some people in the group uncomfortable. Should this come up, just wait until it goes on long enough that you can find a way to shift the conversation without offending anyone. Do not jump on the person and make them feel badly. A recent study of LifeRing members in Victoria in 2012 uncovered that many people coming to LifeRing meetings have a spiritual component to their lives and to their recovery. But it was nothing to do with religion. We try not to spend a lot of time on this piece, as it can be divisive, but you need to know about it. What does abstinence mean to LifeRing? LifeRing is an abstinence-based organization. That means zero, nada, not even a little bit. LifeRing's strict understanding of the term abstinence is a concept that is taken quite seriously because we know how easy it is to slip back into the bad habits that hurt us. For someone struggling, there is no just this one time or I will only have a bit and stop. We are addicted to something. There is no stopping once we give ourselves permission. For this reason, we want to make sure that our members and conveners stay safely away from the substances that have caused so much pain and hurt in their lives. Not everyone that comes to meetings is going to agree with our stand on sobriety. We do not want them to turn away, but we have to make sure not to let the conversation at meetings stray towards making sometimes sobriety sound like a good idea or a safe thing to do. Remember that a meeting should be run in such a way that protects the most vulnerable person in the room from sliding backward. The best way to do that is to nicely, but firmly, stop any conversation that sounds like it is leading towards something that sounds like an endorsement for casual substance use of any kind. In our meetings, we want to show that there is a way to lead a completely sober life. Some people may be coming to LifeRing on the fence about if they even need to stop using, or thinking that it isn't something that is even achievable. Looking at your friends or family and seeing people being able to use legal substances casually, it is easy to start thinking that you can too. We can hope that people coming to our meetings learn from the people around them and us that a sober life is the life to live. Self-help. Self-help doesn't mean you are doing this by yourself. Addiction doesn't take someone's intelligence away, and we believe that everyone has the inner power to write their own destiny. Our job at LifeRing is to give people the tools they need to remember how to start making those smart choices for themselves once more. Their greatest strength is within themselves, and they can reach their goals. The most important part to stress here is that it has to be their goals, not their boss's goals, not their family's goals, not even LifeRing's goals. This is their future, and they need to be the ones calling the shots. Research has shown that self-made and directed recovery programs are far more likely to lead to long-term sobriety and improved self-esteem than ones dictated to someone. LifeRing is built on collecting tools for people to choose from to help them create their own success. We work hard with researchers and volunteers to get the most recent and accurate information to pass along to anyone who asks for it. As a convener, you are trained to help people see what small, positive changes they can make in their lives, all the options open to them, and lead them down the path towards their sober self. Peer support. Everyone involved with LifeRing has been touched by addiction in one way or another. Some of us have had a close friend or family member struggle with addiction, and some of us have battled it head on. We know the pain and effort it takes to change our lives for the better, and we bring our success and positive message of hope and happiness to our meetings to share with our members who maybe haven't come as far as we have just yet. At LifeRing, we want everyone who comes to our meetings to know that they are not alone in their struggles. For this reason, we have developed the Peers Actively Lending Support, or PALS, program. People at your meeting can volunteer to be a PAL for a new member, and these relationships build trust and friendship within your group and can be an essential part of someone's recovery.